Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on Titans, and this is going to be my review for episode 10, otherwise known as the second last episode for season 1, otherwise, entitled Koriand'r. Now, of course, spoiler alert, don't watch it if you have not watched the episode, go do that and then come back to this video later on. But of course, last episode we had the Hank and Dawn episode, which really just went over the origin of Hawk and Dove. But throughout that episode, we did have Raven popping in and out. We're like, okay, what the hell's going on there? And towards the end of the episode, Dawn approaches Hank and is like, yo, we need to get Jason Todd. Let's go do that. But also the episode before that, which is, the last time we were actually with the Titans, we saw Rachel try to sort of get into Corey's brain, try and heal it, try and, just stop it from like freaking out and stuff like that. But it sort of causes the opposite, and Corey freaks out and starts to attack and try to kill Rachel. But we start off the episode by going into like Raven's point of view, I guess you could say, from last episode in like the other side, if you want to call it. I don't know if that's meant to be Azarath or not. Like the realm. I'm not too sure if that's meant to be that or it's just like another plane of existence. It's just like the other side. I don't know what they're going to call it. But we see like, her point of view from when she was popping up last episode. So that's what we see. But then it cuts straight into that like Starfire intro fight, which is probably one of my favorite parts of the episode. And seeing that was in the opening half, there actually wasn't that much interesting stuff in the opening half, but we'll talk about that later in the episode because it's probably one of the issues with the episode. But yeah, the intro fight was really cool, just seeing like Starfire essentially own a lot of them. But then seeing Donna Troy come in with a magic lasso was just awesome. I thought the CGI for it was really good. I thought that was almost like the Wonder Woman movie. I was like, man, that looks actually really, really good. I think some of the CGI throughout Titans this season has been a bit dodgy, especially when it comes to like, the figures of humans, like human CGI or just people. That's been a bit of an issue, but I think everything else, like even Beast Boy, I think looked good, and some of the other CGI they've used has looked pretty decent. But I think this is probably the best use of CGI I think I've seen on the show. And, good use of it because I had to make it look good, and I think it did look good. But we do see, like, Raven stressing out and, like, losing it, first at Gar, and it just seems like the house that they were in was stressing everyone out. And if you looked at it, I was like, yeah, that house doesn't look like it'd be the most comfortable thing to be in. There was, like, creepy pictures on the wall. It just looked pretty unsettling, to be completely honest. Like, we even do see Gar go to that mirror, which they were focusing on for quite a while when Rachel's mother went in. I thought that was going to be something that popped out and it was almost like a jump scare, which didn't happen, but we do see Gar essentially seeing himself with like the blood in his mouth, basically like he was after he killed that doctor back at the asylum. And the asylum is like constantly referenced, and I think that's a good point. Like the asylum, while not the best episode this season, it was a bit, slow for the most part. It was a really important episode for all the characters and their experiences in that asylum, mainly Beast Boy or Gar and Starfire as well. But finally, we do see Corey, followed by Donna and Dick, go to that warehouse of sorts, where we actually finally see Corey's ship, which has been sort of like flashed to, not last episode, but the episode before, and also early on in this episode as well. So we actually get to go in it, and this set looked really good. I was actually really impressed with it, but Corey starts to just, like, remember, like, lots of things. Like, she even says Tamarin, which was awesome to hear. I think that it would be the first time we've heard on the show. I'm trying to remember if it is the first time, but you'd have to think it is, unless she said it in, like, one of those freaky, flashback sort of thing, like visions, but I don't think she ever said it there. So this is the first time we hear her saying it, which is really cool. But essentially what she was saying is that Rachel has to die, otherwise Tamarin will die. However, the first Earth to die, or the first planet to die, will be Earth. Like, that's going to be the first one. That's the first one that Rachel's father, Trigon, which is, we get that the first name drop, I'm pretty sure, of Trigon in this episode. So we have Tamarin as well as Trigon, name dropped in this episode for the first time, I'm pretty sure, which is really cool. But Trigon's going to come to Earth through Rachel. That's going to be the first planet he destroys before he moves on, and eventually, according to whatever, Corey's reading from, Tamarin will also be a victim of Trigon. And throughout the episode, they really tried to play Rachel's mother as sort of innocent, but as even like before this stuff on the ship, they were sort of hinting at maybe something was up, that she knew something that we didn't. And essentially, through that book that Corey has, there's two people there. One of them's obviously Rachel, but who's the other person? Well, if they're standing there and that's Rachel's father, aka Trigon, well, you think it'd have to be her mother. So Rachel's mother is not as innocent as we all thought that she was at first. Even though some of you might have been thinking, no, she's evil. Like, let's not trust her at all. You know, you just have to look at her and go, yeah, she looks like an innocent person. So you have to sort of give her the benefit of the doubt. But we do see Gar starting to bleed out just due to, you know, everything that's going on and, you know, basically it being forced upon him. But we actually do see, this is like the full-on turning point, I guess you could say, where it's just they're flat out telling you that something's up with her and that she's just evil. When we see Rachel's mother kill that neighbor Tommy. Now, early on in the episode, they're almost making it out as if he was like the creep and just sort of evil, and that he was almost going to, like, I don't know, do something to her or just murder her and just, you know, trying to figure out certain things. Like, he was a weirdo, when in reality he was just like a nice dude that maybe just didn't have the best approaching skills. But he gets killed, not in the most savage way, just a simple stab to the gut, but, you know, over pretty quickly. But essentially, Rachel's mother had to kill him because she's like, yo, I need to get my daughter to bring her father and my partner and my lover out. So, you know, that guy can't be interfering. So Rachel's mother is able to egg Rachel on and eventually get Rachel to actually release her father, Trigon, out from his prison, if you want to call it. And obviously when he comes out, he's like part CGI, like the hand, like he's like his proper form, but then he goes into his human form. Now the casting, I can't remember the guy's name, I think he's an Irish actor. When his casting was announced like a couple of months back, or like maybe 4 months ago or something like that, I think everyone knew that he was Trigon, and it was just going to be the human form of Trigon. So that's the actor that came out was that human form of Trigon, which was not surprising, I think, to people. They were sort of keeping up to date with like the casting and stuff for this show because he was cast really late on, so you'd have to think he was Trigon. But Trigon's able to save guys, able to like gain trust in certain things like that, which you think he would be wanting to do, just sort of just get Rachel's trust and allow certain things to happen, especially in the finale. And to be honest, with Trigon, I'm not too surprised they're going with the human form. Like, if he was CGI all the time and just a big creature, it cost a lot, and also I think they want it to be a bit, you know, just not so obvious, you know, just having this big demon walking around. So I think he has to have a human form, especially if they're trying to do some stuff that's a bit more subtle, especially in public. So I guess he just has to be this human form. It's just easier. Like, I think if anyone was expecting him just to be this huge demon essentially the whole time, then I think you were really dreaming hard. So it was never going to happen. So the human form is just not surprising at all. But we do see Dick, Corey, and Donna arrive back at the house, but it's not there, and it's covered in like this like wavy air stuff, essentially a barrier. Dick is able to get through. Corey and Donna are not able to. I'm guessing that's due to their ability. I'm confused on that. Don't call me an idiot in the comment section down below. Just let me know, because I don't know if I'm just missing it. I'm recording this as soon as I finish the episode. I'm going to guess it's because he doesn't have like proper abilities or something, or it's because Trigon's allowing him to come through. Maybe he's a part of everything, or Corey and Donna like can affect it and stop it. Who knows? I have to wait and see. If I'm missing something, let me know in the comments. I'm sorry if I am. But that is essentially where we end this episode. And like, my overall thoughts, this episode, if you take out the end credits, was only like 37 minutes, and I enjoyed the episode, especially the last half was really good. However, the first half, if you take out that intro fight, you know, with Starfire and the others, which only went for like a minute and a bit, if not maybe less than a minute, I'm not too sure. It was actually a really disappointing first half. I can't help but say I was disappointed with that first half, and I was like, man, like, I remember looking at it and I was like, man, we're almost halfway through this episode and it feels like nothing's happened. It just felt like it was all set up to like the big like twist, if you want to call it, that Rachel's mother was evil. I just felt there wasn't much going on there. And this episode, as you would have heard me say, was Koriand'r. That was the name of the episode. And you would have thought that they would have done more with Starfire. Sure, we got to see her ship and more of her visions and an explanation. However, I just felt we should have had more with that. Am I alone in that? I just felt disappointed that this was sort of meant to be Starfire's big episode and nothing really happened with her. Like, really, it was more of a Rachel episode and trying to bring Trigon out rather than anything to do with Corey, apart from maybe some explanation into her plan and everything like that, and her mission, if you want to call it. So I can't help but feel a bit disappointed in regards to that. Now, I've been told, I'm going to assume it's correct because I've had multiple people tell me this, that next week's episode is a 2-hour finale, but I just feel that this episode could have been like a couple minutes longer. Like, this was closer to half an hour than it was 45 minutes. It was 8 minutes off being 45, so it was only 7 minutes more than half an hour. That's incredibly short, you know, for an episode. So I was like sort of shocked that it was this short. And I just felt there could have been 3 more minutes on that spaceship, on Corey's ship, or even just like a couple more flashbacks, or even just some explanation and them talking, her talking with Dick and Donna, rather than just it not being there. I just felt that this was wasted. Now, as I said, next week's finale, 2 hours. It could be an hour of Starfire stuff. I might be jumping the gun here, but I just felt for an episode called Koriand'r, they sort of just missed the mark. And the first half of this episode, if you take it, that intro fight, was just a bit meh. However, the last half was awesome. Really liked it, building up to the whole Trigon thing, setting up the finale, so I can't take points away from that back half, because I thought it was really cool. But just that first half just sort of left a bit of a bad taste in my mouth for the entire episode. I don't know if that's just me. But yeah, I don't really have to give my overall thoughts because I just gave them then. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, it would be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you completely disagree with me? Do you think the first half was interesting and awesome and I'm just an idiot? Let me know in the comment section down below. And were you sort of disappointed with the lack of Starfire, seeing that this was meant to be her episode, I guess? Just let me know all of that in the comment section down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.